everybody? It is Greg. We are back in the garage for another video, another vlog. Whoa! It is Monday. I hope everybody had an awesome Father's Day if you're a father. And if you didn't, I hope you celebrated with your father because we only get one day a year. Anyways. Isaiah singing. Okay, so we had an awesome photo shoot with Chris. That window. You saw some of the pictures. You saw the vlog. It's the last one. I uploaded it. Okay, cool. Had a little incident where the axle or the hub cover for the rear wheels popped off, and it caused the center cap, the BBS center cap, to come off. Chipped it, damaged it. I put it back on the car. I thought I hammered in the cap as good, but I just looked outside just right now and it's gone. So if anybody has a green and gold BBS center cap, 70 millimeter, let me know. If not, I'll just be looking on eBay for one. So it is what it is. That one was chipped and damaged, so it would have had to been replaced anyway. But now I definitely need one. Okay, so it is incredibly hot outside. So hopefully I can do what I need to do in here without opening the doors, even though it is hot in here as well. I'm gonna have to turn the fan on, but we are building a kind of like a storage bar type situation for the dining room. I want to see if I put the paper inside. It's just a little small cabinet that'll go underneath the window for storage of maybe bigger plates and other things like that, to just add a little bit more storage for the kitchen. As you can see, a beautiful folding workbench. I'm going to bring that down here in a second. I have all the wood already pre-cut from Home Depot. Yes, you can go to Home Depot. If you have your cut sheet, they will cut everything for you. If you don't have big saws, table saws and all that stuff, they can do that. We have some more 1x3 here that we're going to use for some bracing and some beauty panels and stuff like that. So let's get started. And that's how that works. Alright, so this is pretty much what we are trying to make. A little cabinet, bar slash, I don't know, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, so let's go. I'm getting ready to use my favorite new tool, the Craig pocket hole jig cutter, or hole cutter, whatever you want to call it. Pretty much it clamps down to the edges of your wood. It'll drill pocket holes. If you don't know what pocket holes are, if you look under your dining table or any chair that you have in your house and you see those holes that go in at a diagonal, those are pocket holes. That way you can get two pieces of wood, screw it together without having the holes, the screw holes being seen. So it just hides the screw holes on the interior corners of whatever you're making. So I'm getting ready to do that. I'm going to do, because I want this thing very sturdy, I'm probably going to do 2, 4, 6 on each panel and each joint. And then before we attach it permanently with the screws, we're going to do a bead of wood glue to secure and hold everything super duper tight. There you go, pocket hole. So when you go to attach it, let's say if you were going to attach it like this, and this was the inside, your screw holes go inside, you don't see anything from the back or the underside. So let's drill out all our pocket hole screws, and then we can assemble our pieces. So I have 3 panels pre-drilled already. This is either a bottom or a top. I have to do another one, so it really doesn't matter. And then we have the 2 sides drilled out here. This is the back section. Now due to, I don't know, maybe he just was off a little bit with the measurements, but the some of the pieces are slightly off. So what I'm going to do is measure this one and get the one that's closest to this, and use that one for the other, either top or bottom. Drill my pocket holes, and then we'll be ready for assembly of the main structure. And then after that's put together and that dries, it's pretty much it. Then we'll do front panels just to make it look nice, and then after that we'll focus on the doors. Forgot about picking up the camera while I was sanding and moving it. So this camera's full of sawdust, but what are you gonna do? Alright, so like I said, screwed and glued all the pieces together for the main structure, and did a little bit of sanding. As you can see, this is gonna be rock solid. All the screw holes, the pocket holes there, everything's joined nice and tight. All the edges have been sanded mostly. So what we're gonna do now is do a small frame around the front, do the slats for individual cabinets. At least I think so. At least that will be the look. There'll be cabinets here, but I don't think I'm gonna block off the 3 cabinets. That way you could actually put stuff in between. So we still have to go. I have some shelving here. I think I can use that for shelving. Do the shelves, and then do the partitions to block it off into 3s, and then either we're gonna do open swing doors or barn doors in the front. I'm not 100% sure yet. I did not go over that with her yet. So it might be doors, or it might just be barn doors, but either way we're gonna do the frame. We're gonna do the little slats that come down for like a faceplate, kind of like this, these little guys. So we're gonna do that now, cut them, measure them, cut them, and then get those probably nailed into place or glued into place and screwed, and keep moving. It's coming out really, really well so far, and I like it. Alright, here we go, folks. Tables are locked, the wheels are locked, I forgot. So this is pretty much what we're looking at here. Framed out pretty much. So it'll be 1 door, 2 door, 3 door, of course. Like I said, I'm not sure what I'm gonna do about shelving just yet. Not entirely sure. Might just do 1, 2 layers, or 3. I don't know. I'll have to ask her. I didn't really go over that with her, like I said. But we're gonna put those shelves in, and then we should be good to go. It's gonna be up to her whether we divide them or not. I think we're gonna probably divide them just for like looks, but we'll see what she says. I'm gonna ask her here in a second. So they're both inside watching TV, watching the floor is lava. So she's in a blanket, so she wasn't gonna get up, and I didn't want to disturb her that much. So she pretty much just wants 1 shelf going across. So yeah, that's it. That makes my life exponentially easier. The basics, shell and everything is complete. There it is. Look at it. Would you look at it? Only thing left to do is feet. I'm gonna do 1, 2, or maybe just a 2x4 type style. I'm not sure yet. 1, 2, 3, 4 to go in line with the post, and then the doors. And then after that, I do have to trim out the crosses for the barn door style on the sides, and then I don't think I'm gonna keep this top like this. I think I might get just a little bit bigger top, so I have like an inch or a 1/2 inch overhang because I think that'll make it look a little bit neater, so that this part here isn't showing, because this part doesn't stain well on when you use plywood. I wanted to use hardwood, but Home Depot really doesn't sell it like that, at least not the one in my area. So I'm gonna get like a bigger piece and see if I can find a way to like route the edge so it has a nice beveled edge or something like that. But for the most part, this is complete. A little bit more sanding, and then it's done. What's going on, everybody? It is Greg. We are back in the Tiguan. Yep, I am driving the Tiguan. Look at that interior. Ooh, would you look at it? Would you look at the size of the panoramic? Oh, you want to see it open? Look at that. Keeps going all the way back. Yeah, what was that, 5 minutes? Took forever. Jesus. Anyway, we are off to Volkswagen Orlando North. I think it's David Moss, I believe is the name, because we are trying to get the radio fixed. Now, this is a 2017. The radio shouldn't be broken, but it is what it is. What happened is, it has all the Apple CarPlay, all that BS, but when you plug your phone and connect to it, it plays for a little while, especially when like it's cold, and then as it starts to heat up from like after like 20-30 minutes, it starts to act up. Like the screen will scroll through your text messages, your whatever you're listening to will stop, or it'll skip, it'll start a podcast, or it'll start a song out of nowhere. The screen just jumps like somebody's playing on the screen, so it's a pain in the butt. It had this issue for a while, but she doesn't really drive this car that much or that long of a distance, so normally you can get away with listening to what you want to listen to. So we're going to take it to the dealer. We have warranty on this thing. Hopefully they can get this thing fixed. Alright, it's another day. It's been about 3-4 days. I'm not sure. So our plans have changed. So let me turn this on just in case this... I don't want to turn it all the way off because it's literally 102 degrees outside and I don't want to die. Okay, so went to Home Depot, got the doors cut. Now, I do this because I don't have a table saw. If I had a table saw, I'd be cutting my own wood, which is preferred, but I don't want to take up too much space by having a table saw. Anyways, doors are cut. Got some common board here. Well, this is the soft select pine. This one's like already sanded and smooth. I like to use that for trim whenever possible. Like, not really, this isn't it, but using that to do the barn X's on the front doors. And then I told you guys before that this was supposed to be a 3-door cabinet thing. It is no longer going to be a 3-door cabinet, but a 2-door cabinet. They're going to swing opposing, obviously. And what I'm going to do is, what she decided she wanted, is a wine rack here on the bottom to hold bottles, and then a wine glass holder up here. I'm not sure, maybe 3, if that make... I'm gonna see if I can get 4, but 3 is what it's really looking like here. And 1, 2, 3, 4, or it's just gonna be 3. 3 by 4, that's like 12 glasses. I don't even think we have 12 glasses. But that's the plan for today. Square off the doors, get those mounted. I bought stain. You guessed it. Varathane Classic Gray, which is the gray I use for all my stuff because I think it's the best color. And there's that. Let's see what else we got. This is a chuck for the hole saws to cut the wine rack thing. I'll show you guys how to do that, obviously. We got hinges, got a brush, doorknobs, and all kinds of teal samples here because we're gonna do gray, and instead of brown I'm gonna do like a teal overlay, sort of. There's gonna be like a teal overlay over the top of the gray. to bring in some teal because she kind of wants this thing to pop. But yeah, so got color, hardware, everything like that. So yeah, so we should be good to go. I started making the doors, and yeah, they're coming out pretty good. Now, if you've never done this and you would like to, the way I do it, obviously, make sure your door piece is square or rectangular, but you want to make sure you have 90 degrees, otherwise this won't work, and you'll be doing a lot of sanding. So instead of just doing like your 1x2s here, what I like to do is, instead of just going all the way to the edge and then having those seams, I like to cut 45s at each angle. That way we have nice smooth finish all the way around, and this crease looks a little bit nicer in my opinion. And then for the cross brace, obviously your first one's going to be all the way long. You want to determine whether you want to go from the bottom to the top, or if your door was the other way around, let's say this way, from the side to side. Now you can go from side to the top or whatever your case may be, but I think, in my opinion, in my experience, that kind of messes up the angles. So I like to go, if you're going to go to the bottom, make sure you're up at, let's say, the top. That way you're not coming from this angle here at a harsher angle here, because I think that messes up your X. Yeah, so like I was saying, you want to match it, so you go from the bottom to the top over there, make your cuts, and obviously this part here will be cut out because obviously there's a piece here. So you're going to make sure, I like to do is cut the long piece so that you know the angle is going to be right, and then when you come back to cut your middle section out, it'll just fall right into line, and then you'll have your door. And there you have it. Pieces, lines up, perfect X. Let's go. Now I'll glue and nail them into place. This one I'm not gonna glue because I already got it in there and it's nice and really, really tight, but I did nail it. These I'll glue and nail just to have that extra bit of security. So these things are coming out awesome. I think the wife is really, really gonna like them. All right, so doors are outside, looking magnificent, might I add. Just kidding. I'm trying my best. Now to the wine rack section. Now I was gonna try and do the crisscross design, but I have a router, but I don't have a router table. Having a router table would have been easier, or you know, it's been a lot. It would be a lot of cuts to just do with a drill and jigsaw. So what I'm gonna do is pretty much do. Where are they? Here they go. This is the plan. We will make small holes on one side, big holes on the other. When we cut it in half, the bottle will rest in the big half and the little half, and then we'll be able to probably get, I'm not sure how many, maybe 4 or 5 bottles, 6 bottles maybe, going across. So that's the plan. So it'll be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, give or take, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe 4. It's probably gonna be 4, and then I'll try to do 2 levels. So it'll be 8 bottles in total, and then we'll work on the wine glass hanger up top. So let's get started. So from the video I watched earlier, and I just watched it again, I'm not gonna lie. My boards aren't as long as hers were, but that's okay. So you want to drill a line 3 1/16 from the bottom on both boards, obviously. And then once you get that, you can see it there. It's just a little off center. And then you want to drill at 3, 7 1/2, 12, 16 1/2, And if you kept going, I think the next one is 21. But we're only doing 4 bottles, so this is what we're going to do. And the next one we're going to do is we're going to drill the 4 holes with the 1.5 hole saw, and then the other 4 holes with a 3.5 hole saw. And then once we get those drilled, we will cut the boards in half on the line, and it will split the boards and the holes, and then we'll show you what we have. That will be our bottle holders. Then once we screw them together, install them into the unit, we should be done. First set. Now what I'll do is you go back and you're going to want to sand it nice and smooth. And then once we cut it, you'll have these, well, half of these obviously will hold wine bottles. Wine racks made, at least bottle holders. Now I have to put them in between 2 pieces of wood for the sides and stack them up. So basically it'll be something to that effect. I've already tried out with a wine bottle. It works fine for not having to go back in the kitchen. Basically, that's what you get. What's up, everybody? Greg back in the garage. We have color. We have a color. This is the color she picked out. It's a little bit lighter on camera, but yeah. I'm gonna try this in an inconspicuous location first, like inside the wine rack area, to see like how it's gonna look first. And if she likes it, then we'll move forward. If not, then you know, it is what it is at that point. But I am confident, so let's get started. My hardware finally dried yesterday. It's been 2 days. The paint was gummy yesterday still, probably due to the humidity. Have the handle hardware here. So we just got the paint mixed. What I'm going to do now is just paint some sections on here and see how it comes out. If she likes that, then we'll move forward. Yeah, because everything is pretty much stained as far as the outside goes. I did get this, I think, floorboard paneling or whatever it's called, which I'm thinking about doing for the top because it was cheap for this long, like 12-foot section or 10-foot section, and it like sandwiches together right there. So, and then all I'd have to do is just route the edges. So I'm thinking of doing that for the top, and you can either do it with the decorative side here or flat side there. So this might be a good candidate to do the top, and it's not that thick. I think it's only 3/4. But that's gonna go around the skirt on the bottom. So I'm gonna use 2x4s, cut feet, 4 feet, or maybe like 6 feet. Wait, 2, 4, 8 feet. And then this will be the little skirt that goes down to the ground. Why a skirt? Because I don't want anything like getting trapped underneath there, dust, whatever the case may be. And I just think this will offer a clean finish to the bottom of the chest. So with that, let's try painting. That is teal. Now I want to see if there's a way I can get the color to look a little bit more authentic. Hold on. I can't. Anyways, you guys are just gonna have to watch as I go through it myself. Let's see how. Now, according to what the guy did, all I have to do is dab, dry the brush as much as possible, and then strokes. And this is the cabinet finished. I didn't record the last steps because, well, it was just literally putting a top on, staining that, and then doing the skirt base down there and putting it together pretty much. So here it is. Hope she likes it. Hope she likes it. You might be wondering why teal, because I don't know, she doesn't have the rest of her stuff out. There's a lot of like teal there. I'm pretty sure there's something teal behind here. There. That's the colors she's going with. So it looks good. Looks real good, actually. Happy with myself. I think this is probably one of my better builds. And that's it. Super happy with it. Alright, see you guys in the garage next time. Peace.